Over the years, as you may well know, the pitching staffs that I had the privilege of coaching in the big leagues for 18 years were noted for two things. Number one, the health of our pitching staff. Only 3 Tommy John surgeries on my 18-year watch in the big leagues, the thing that I'm most proud of. We had a saying, go to the post when it's our turn, and in explaining that, how we went about it, we explained that in this course. The other thing that we were noted for, we always wanted to own the down and away strike. Why did we want to own the down and away strike? Because we felt if we owned the down and away strike, we could go anywhere else with all our pitches. And we practiced pitching down and away 80% of our fastball command practice time. And you know what? Coaches have said to me, well, Leo, how do you teach pitching inside? Well, you teach how to command down and away. And they say, what? I say, you teach how to command down and away so that you can go inside effectively and selectively and when you want to, because you sure as heck don't want to go inside behind in the count. So we always practice working down and away with fastball command, out of the windup, out of the stretch, with a straight shot to your target and locking in on 80% of that down and away strike. It works, believe me. You know, and when we would say this, if there was a lot of hitters that are first ball fastball hitters, we said, okay, we'll give them a first ball fastball, but we're going to give it to them down and away, and 2 good things can happen. 2 good things. You either get called strike 1 or you got an easy out. The other thing that we practiced on was selection on counts and also the philosophy of counts. For example, the highest batting averages for major league hitters against major league pitchers, the counts were 1-0 and 2-0. 2-0 being the highest batting average against, 1-0 the second highest. Higher than 3-0, higher than 3-1, higher than 3-2. But when it was 0-1 and 0-2, those numbers went way down. So basically what we said was this: what is the most vulnerable count a hitter can have? No balls and 2 strikes. We're going to take him out immediately. That was our mindset. All right? You know who taught me that? Greg Maddux, when he came over from the Cubs, taught us this. The most vulnerable count a hitter can have is 0-2, and I'm going to take him out immediately. Please let the manager know that. And I said, I will let him know that. I said, but you better explain it to me first. He goes, I'm taking him out right now. And when I explained that to the manager, he said, Leo, that's what separates mediocrity from greatness. But let me remind you of one thing. Take that mindset into 0-2, take him out, okay? When you take him out, if you happen to make a mistake and give up a hit, prepare to be hollered at by the manager because he's going to be upset that you give up an 0-2 hit. Try to let it go in one ear and out the other, because this is about making pitches. And here's one thing I want to tell you pitchers. There is no such term as a waste pitch. There is no such term as a setup pitch. Waste and setup were not in our vocabulary. You want to get your pitch counts way high? Okay, we're going to out-trick somebody. No, we're not. There's nothing more to pitching than commanding a fastball and changing speeds. We're not tricking anybody. Well, what do I throw 0-2, Leo? What you throw 0-2, what's your best pitch? Then throw it. It's about making pitches. It's not about setting anything up. It's about this, where every time you, as a pitcher, whether you're a little leaguer, a big leaguer, college, high school, every time you throw a pitch, it's to what? It's to get the guy out, not to set him up. If you want to set somebody up when you got a guy 0-2, we'll call timeout, throw it up against the screen, say, okay, he didn't get a hit. Or I can call timeout and say, tell the umpire, just say ball 1, it doesn't matter. Every time you throw a pitch, it's to get the hitter out. What's our most important pitch? Our next pitch. Why do we say that? Our most important pitch is our next pitch because the last pitch we threw, whether it was a great pitch or a mediocre pitch, we can't bring it back. So therefore, you got to let it go. That's how you recover from adversity quicker. Remember when we said most important start's our next start and how to prepare? Take it to the mound where our most important pitch is always our next one so that you recover quicker. That allows you to stay in the game longer. Also, very important, here's how you can hurt your arm if a pitcher gets in trouble. If a pitcher gets in trouble, there's 2 things he's going to resort to: super power and super control. By that I mean overthrow his fastball, overexert on all his pitches, try to throw the greatest breaking ball in the world, and then he's going to try to put it on the paint, on the black. All that's going to do is get him hurt and get him knocked out of the game. You as a coach have to understand one thing. You got to be able to understand to teach how to control effort on pitches, and understand a pitcher's control. Is it the whole plate? Is it half the plate? Is it the third of the plate? You notice I didn't say the black of the plate. I've only coached a handful of pitchers that had complete command of the black of the plate. They're going to the Hall of Fame. So all these things that you've heard in this course are all go back to one thing: staying healthy, being able to develop your arm and develop your pitches. You can't develop your pitches, get your scholarship, or get signed, or get an education if you have a sore arm. All these things will help you stay healthy. And one thing else I got to remind you of: the innings limits stuff that you hear in the big leagues, don't buy it. The greatest teachers in baseball for pitchers is innings pitched, for hitters it's at bats. It's a simple game, simple baseball shape. Keep it that way.